Well, JJ, thanks for joining us ahead of the Sky Bet League 2 final, the playoff final. To start off, before we look back at the two legs that we've already had against Chesterfield, the season on the whole, it's culminated to this one game. But for yourself individually, how have you found the season in League 2?
Yeah, it's been a massive season for me personally. Sort of to be involved in sort of most of the games this season and help the team to get to where we are today, and something massive on the line come next Monday. It's been an absolute sort of pleasure and an honour to represent the club this year for me. Some crucial moments that I've contributed to, and just to be around the sort of the environment and the club right now is sort of what footballers dream of growing up. So yeah, it's been a massive sort of breakthrough season, if you like, for me.
And there's been some memorable moments along the way. I'll take you back to Grimsby away. It's probably one of the most memorable in there because you won goal of the season for it. When that strike came to you, you obviously had a couple of memorable goals in there, but I'm assuming that that's the one that sort of you remember the most.
Yeah, obviously it's probably my best well taken goal this season. Probably not my favourite one. My favourite one was obviously the Bolton goal at home. I think the scenes and the timing of the goal was important. So yeah, for me the Bolton at home was a very special moment for me, especially being in the FA Cup as well. But yeah, the Grimsby goal has been talked about quite a lot. But yeah, it was to get an award for it as well. It was a massive honour for me.
And I think you said during the award ceremony that you had a difficult second half to last season, coming in with an injury and all that sort of stuff, and getting yourself up to speed. It culminated in that that appearance against Wimbledon, the team we're playing in the final. But you've then come on leaps and bounds, and do you feel that you really adapted to life in League Two well this season?
Yeah, it's difficult coming from non-league and coming in injured. It was it was a hard period for me because I was sort of questioning myself whether I could come in, and obviously I didn't hit the ground running. So it was a difficult time for me to know whether I could actually play the level. But coming on against Wimbledon, sort of the back end of last season, and thought I'd done all right in the 30 minutes, and that was sort of what I needed mentally to sort of push myself through pre-season, thinking that I can work as hard as I can and hopefully cement my place in the squad for this season. Um, so I went away and sort of worked as hard as I could because I wanted to play as many games this season as I possibly could. So yeah, it was a massive moment for me, the Wimbledon game, the last game of last season, and I really think that put me in good stead for this season.
And as a team, there's been many a moment this year. We spoke about individual moments for you, but as a team, there's been many highs, many lows. None more so than in the Crew game on the final day. We're up here to start with, right at the end of the game, and then you're all the way come crashing back down again. But on the importance of that day, how crucial was it to get that win then to boost the confidence again going into the two playoff games?
Yeah, I don't think there's sort of many clubs that have been through many the highs and the lows that we have this season. I think obviously going off the back of 9 straight wins and what was it, 16, 17 unbeaten, to then go through the run that we had, to then come down to the last game of the season where for 93 minutes, I think 94 minutes, we was promoted up into League One. But we things happen. It wasn't in our control, and it's a massive testament to us as a group and the fans to still stick with us, because sort of the last 2 games I feel like we've been back to ourselves. So that sort of moment and the days after the Crew game, we could have probably hid and sort of felt sorry for ourselves. But again, we've come back in, we've worked as hard as we possibly could, and we've reaped the rewards in the last 2 games and earned our spot at Wembley.
It's exactly that. It's one of those where you could have been head down at that moment of the disappointment of not going up automatically on the day at Crew, but everybody came back in, regrouped again, and we spoke about the togetherness within the group, all throughout the season. But to then go, and put in a really solid away performance in the first leg, to then back that up with the scenes on Friday night. That game on Friday night is probably something, and the atmosphere is something that's going to live long in the memories of everybody within that building here at the training ground.
Yeah, words can't sort of express the support that we've had this season from the fans. No matter where we've been, they've been there with us, and to have a massive sort of day out at Wembley it's a massive sort of honour for us. But we wanted to do it for the club as a whole, and for the fans that have supported us throughout this season. Obviously, we've been through sort of every sort of emotion and things like that this season. And listen, if you can't sort of go and win the league, you wanna go and do it at Wembley. And I think to have that moment with the fans on Friday, I think you saw how much it meant to us and them, and to feel as connected as possible with the club as a whole and the town. I think you see that in the scenes after the game had finished. But we're all as one, and we've still got one massive job left to do, and hopefully we can sort of put our name in the history books and share that massive day out with them, and hopefully get to where we want to be.
Yeah, it's exactly, and it is that one final game. It's a game at Wembley. Not everybody in their footballing career gets to play there, but it's one final game. Got to approach it that, and I know there's the big occasion there, but the playoffs are the lottery of getting there. It's 3 games to get yourselves to where you want to be. But what's it going to mean to you walking out at Wembley, experiencing all? It's about drinking everything in, isn't it?
Of course, and you can't get too ahead of ourselves. It's the same 90 minutes of football, just on a nicer bit of grass and with a few extra seats in the stadium. But listen, the ultimate job is obviously to win the game, and we can't get sidetracked by the occasion. We've got to play our game and do what we've done for 50, nearly 60 games this season. So we know what we need to do, and personally, it's going to be a massive sort of roller coaster in sort of getting to Wembley and playing there. Sort of 18 months ago, I was playing Chester away and teams like that. So for me, it's things have sort of progressed sort of overnight, if you like. So yeah, it hasn't really sunk in, and I don't think it will sink in until we get there on Monday. But again, it's the 90 minutes of football, and it's a massive sort of task at hand.